Nice, you got it. All right, go ahead and grab this back from me. And I'll set up some chairs for us. You can take this guy. If you want to go ahead and take a seat, and I'll take this guy. Cool, so let's keep talking about sound. So already you notice that the way you have the reed positioned on makes a big difference. I'll even demonstrate. So I'll move my reed into the wrong place. So watch, I'm going to put my reed kind of up like you had it. You see how it's over the mouthpiece now?
Yeah.
See how this sounds compared to before. Like it still sounds kind of okay, but you know the sound's not as big, right? But if I change the reed back to the position that I already had it, like I was telling you, when you press it down, you just see that little sliver.
Yeah.
If I put that on, just watch instantly how the sound opens up.
Okay.
You notice how that's a nice, big and warm sound? You seem more excited just listening to it, right? So when you play, you want people to be excited listening to you. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your reed is on in the right place.
Okay.
The second thing, well, why don't you go ahead and play for me real quick? Why don't you just try maybe like a G to a C, just kind of like what I was playing. Nice. I can already tell just by hearing me you're trying to emulate how I sound, which is very good. But there's another thing I'm noticing, even aside from the way you're playing, that's actually affecting the way you sound.
Okay.
So I actually think you have your bass clarinet set up a little too high. I watch you play, and the angle of the bass clarinet into your mouth is up here, so I'm going to emulate that. Watch, if I have the bass clarinet all the way up here, and I try to play that G to C, it's not as big, right? So what I like to do is and you notice I play with the neck strap. I'm a saxophone player as well, so this is just more comfortable for me.
Right.
But the way that I have my bass clarinet set up is, I like to think, if I'm just gonna let go of the instrument, the mouthpiece should fall right in between my lips. So I don't have to move at all to play. And now, when you hear me play, the sound is bigger, right?
Oh, yeah.
So let's try to get the right height adjustment on yours. So that's going to come from adjusting the end pin. So like I said, I think you had it up a little too high. So, it looks like even the screw on here is... Okay, so you don't have a screw. I wonder...
Is it broken or missing?
The screw is missing, yeah. Would you happen to have like any neck straps or anything?
Probably. Let me get that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get you another, just a neck strap, and get you playing with the neck strap to get the angle better. Okay, so that's just a few things that can affect the sound.
Okay.
Now, let's actually do some playing and inspect things that we can do. Well, let me ask you, when you play, what are some things that you think about to get a good sound? What are some things that you try to do?
Mouth breathe air.
Mm-hmm.
And then breathe the air.
Yep. Forcefully breathe it. You know, really breathe it in and out. We play a big bass instrument, so you want to be moving a lot of air, right? That's great. Okay, so here's how we're going to practice moving a lot of air. We're going to have a long note competition here, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to set my phone up with a stopwatch. I'll go first to demonstrate. And I'll demonstrate for you. So I'm going to pull up my stopwatch. I'm going to press go, and then I'm going to play just an open G, no fingers down, for as long as I can. And when I run out of air, I'm going to stop it, okay?
Okay.
I'll go first, all right? And we'll see who can do it for longer.
Okay.
All right. So I got it right at around 30 seconds.
Give me a second.
Let's see how long you can go for. So I'll give you like a 1, 2, ready, and then I'll have you play, okay?
Okay.
And I'll start it and stop it for you.
Okay.
1, 2, ready, play. I'm not gonna go too loud, so you're just gonna have to focus. Okay, so you took a breath in between. It's all in one breath. So you got 11 seconds, I got 30. So somehow I'm getting 3 times as long as you, and I promise it's not because I'm just built different. I promise that we can get your time a little bit higher. So one thing I noticed, we were talking about breathing, right? And I noticed when you're trying to play a long note on the bass clarinet, you are breathing in, which is very good, but you want to think about filling your whole body. So like, think about your stomach being a water balloon and the air being the water. And you want to create as big of a water balloon as possible. So if you breathe in, let's just practice breathing in as deep as we can. So I'm going to go first. I'm sure you can breathe in a little bit deeper than that. That was already better, but I want you to think this for me. Can you say "oh"? Can you say "oh" for me?
What the letters? The
Like
letter
the letters.
O.
Oh, exactly. Now, make the same shape with your mouth. When you're breathing in, think, "oh." You notice how my lips are still, yep. Exactly. And now breathe in with that shape for as long as you can, and then play your open G, and we'll see how long that gets you. So,
Okay.
breathe in with O. 1, 2, 3, and go. Good. So, even just by breathing in a different way, you're able to play a note for longer.
Okay.
Right? So let's practice that just a few more times. So if you breathe in with any neck strap, love.
So we're coming back with the neck strap, and also they're already aware of the screw, so the piece has been ordered and it should be repaired soon.
Cool.
But she's just gone around to get a neck strap.
Cool, no worries.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's practice that just a few more times. So before we do even playing any more notes, let's really make sure we think about that. Oh, remember, you want to feel like your stomach is a water balloon and you're filling it with as much water as possible. So say the word O, the letter O, O,
Oh.
and then breathe in, okay?
Oh.
Good. So not only are you playing for longer, but your sound is getting way bigger when you do that. Do you hear that?
Yes.
Do you hear the difference?
Yes.
Isn't that exciting?
Yep.
Right? So we are playing a big bass instrument, and we want to have a big sound that fills the room. I'm going to try to fill the room as much as as I can. So watch how loud and how big I can play, and it all comes from thinking "oh," right? So if I breathe in. You hear how it's filling the entire room?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting a lot closer when you're breathing "oh." So why don't we play a note together and see how much of the room we can fill with our sound? So what note do you want to play? What's the most comfortable
C
note?
major.
C major, just the
C.
note, just the note C. Okay, so 3 fingers down. Let's do this. I'll count. Okay, cool. So let's just do the O and together, and we'll just fill the room with our sound. I'll follow you. So however you do it, I'll do it. Ready? O. Nice.
Wow, it's a great sound.
It's a really great sound. It sounds incredible.
That's
I
right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
oh, go ahead. You got it.
I'm wondering if you guys have a time to look at any of the music together
Oh,
at
sounds
some of the
good.
rep. And I think note reading is something that we're trying to focus on a lot in our programming, Jamal. I haven't sat with you in sectionals for a long time, so maybe you're feeling better about the notes. How are you feeling about reading the notes on the page right now, Jamal?
Good.
Yeah? Are there any sticky spots, any tricky sections?
No. Yes?
So, what would you say is the hardest piece that you guys are playing right now? Is it this guy?
Axolotl dance.
This guy?
Axolotl dance.
Oh, gotcha. And this is a B flat clarinet part. Cool. Do you normally play this part or this part? Do you play this one?
Play this one.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So why don't I put a metronome on, and before we even talk about it, let's just play some of this together and see how far we can get through it, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll see what note reading, how that works out by just doing that. Is this a good tempo
Yep.
for you, or do you want to slow it down?
Tempo for you.
Okay, yeah, this is good for me. All right, let's try this together. We'll just start from the top and we'll go until somebody messes up. It could be me, could be you. All right, so I'll give a count. 1, 2, ready, go. Cool, so you're pretty much there. It is sounding good, but let's really slow down on just this part to get these notes together. So I'm curious, could you say the note names for each of these notes to me?
F major.
Okay, so F, what's this one?
G.
Okay, what's this one?
A.
What's this one?
And then C. C.
Okay, you got this C here, but we're skipping a few notes here. What I like is that it seems like you're hearing all the notes before you play
B
them,
major.
which is
B flat.
Yeah, it is B flat, correct. Okay, so, let's think about this. Your ear is so strong that I think it's actually keeping you from learning the note names, because I think you can hear everything before you even play it, which is really impressive. So, I might have to learn how to hear better, while you might have to learn your note names better.
Okay.
So let's try to do this together, okay?
Okay.
Sydney has my backpack.
You want me to run and grab something?
Yeah, Sydney has my backpack. I wonder if you could just bring my backpack, I could get manuscript paper out and we could just...
Sure, we have whiteboard also.
Okay.
Would you rather have whiteboard or your backpack?
Is the whiteboard, like, is there a music staff on it? Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. While we wait for her, why don't we just play a little bit more of this
Okay.
together? I'm going to slow it down just so we can play it together and really focus on being in sync, okay?
Okay.
One, two, oh. Okay, cool. Oh, there's that neck strap for you, so we can even talk about that. So let's try to see what it feels like for you to put with the neck strap. So go ahead and throw that neck strap on, and that hook. Okay, you know where to hook it on. Yes.
Yeah.
I can give it a shot for you. Mind if I got it. I just can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, so now you're hooked in.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you just go ahead and even, would you take the end pin out for me?
No.
Okay, so we'll just leave that out for now. And this goes back to we're talking about sound. So remember, the way that I like to play is if I just let go the bass clarinet and let it fall back, it's going to fall, then it's going to, so you can take your hands off of it. Where's your bass clarinet going to fall? It's way too low, right?
Oh yeah.
So let's pick this up just a little bit. So if you, I can go ahead and do it for you. All right, let's see. Okay. Why don't you do this for me too? Could you put your butt on the edge of the chair? I feel like it's easier to play that way too. Okay, so that is also too low for you, so we're gonna move this up even more. Sorry. All right, and now that should be a better angle for you. So play your open G. Huh? Nice. What did that sound like to you?
Okay.
It sounded
Good.
better, right?
Better.
It sounded way better. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so let's talk about reading notes for a little bit. Okay. All right. What clef does bass clarinet read?
G clef.
G clef, which is also known as
As the treble.
treble clef. Good. And do you know why it's called the G clef?
Because of a notes.
You're kind of right there. So check this out. You notice how there's a circle at the bottom of the treble clef?
Yeah.
What line is that circling?
G major.
Perfect. And you said it's a G clef, right?
G clef.
So it's a G clef because it's circling the G.
Oh yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So let's talk a little bit about note names. If I were to tell you to name all of the lines on the staff, what would you call them? What's this line here?
A. G major. J major.
Here, so let me even just write a note in here for you. So if I was going to write a quarter note here, what note is this?
E major. E.
Yeah, it is E. Perfect. Can you sing an E for me?
E.
Nice. Yep, that is an E. Okay. Now, what note is this line? If I were to write a note here.
F. G.
Okay, so what is it?
F. G.
This is a G. Mhm.
G.
If I was up here, what would I call this?
A.
Okay, so you got your A here, but what is this note?
F. B. B.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what about this one?
C.
It's not quite C.
A.
Okay, so let's restart and we'll figure this out together. So here's the thing, your ear is really good, right?
Yeah.
So let's use our ear as a tool to make our reading stronger.
Yeah.
They don't have to be separate, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do it this way. I'm gonna play a note, you're gonna tell me what it is, and then we're gonna put it on the staff together, okay?
Okay.
Don't look at my fingers, okay?
Okay.
Okay, that's an E. Where would that be on the staff?
E.
Would you be able to write it for me?
Nope.
Okay, you won't be able to write it. So I'll write them first and we'll just practice this together.
Okay.
Why don't you point to where the E is on the staff? Could you point to where the E is on the staff? Unfortunately, that's not it. Okay, it is this bottom line here. Okay. Actually, yep. All right. Check this out. What's this note?
G.
Okay, do you know where the G is? Perfect. And we know the G is there because the treble clef is circling it,
G.
right?
E. G. A.
Okay. if we're gonna play the A, that's the A. You sang the right
Yeah.
note. Where would that be? It's actually in this space, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me think about a better way to visually show this. So, have you heard people say, like, every good boy deserves fudge? Have you heard that before?
Every good deserves prize.
Yeah, every good boy deserves fudge. So, if we take the first letters of all those, every good boy deserves fudge.
FACE.
Yep, and then there's FACE, perfect. And these line up with every good boy deserves fudge is all of the lines, and FACE is all the spaces, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good way to just like visually try to memorize it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're gonna visually. I don't think visually is the way that you learn music. I think you learn it by ear.
Yeah.
So let's just go back to the simple idea that this is a G clef
Yeah.
and that it circles G.
Yeah.
So we visually know that this circles G. Okay, so I'm gonna play a note for you. What note is that?
C.
C, okay. Is C higher or lower than G?
Higher. Lower.
Okay, the C that I just played is lower, right? So if we're gonna play a C below this G, you know it visually is gonna need to be below on the staff, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go G, well, G, F, E, D, C. Okay, and that's how we know that this is a C, because it's lower than the G,
Yeah.
and it's down here below the staff, okay?
Okay.
So, now I'm gonna play this note. What is that?
A.
Okay, and A is higher or lower than that G?
It's higher.
By how many steps?
4 steps.
It's not 4 steps. It's just one whole step, right?
2 steps.
Yep, 2 half steps, correct. So then we're gonna write it here. So basically what I'm trying to figure out is to have a method for you to figure out what each note is on the page. Like if I were to ask you, let's try it this way. Could you, without playing, could you sing this music for me? Okay. That was pretty good. You're pretty close. You got most of it. Yep, okay. Now, if you're gonna sing it, let's sing it and say the notes. So, could you do that?
Yeah. F. G. F. 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 E. F. G. G. A. B. B. G. A. F. E. D. C. F. G. B. A. G.
Okay, you're very close. So it's interesting, because if I were to, let's do it this way now. So let's even go away from this music for a second. If I'm just trying to test some things out. I'm trying to test your ear. So if I'm gonna play a few notes in a row, and I want you to sing them back to me and tell me what notes they are. Okay.
Okay. C, D, E, F, G.
Okay. example now.
F, C.
Okay, let's get the notes that I played, okay? Those were the notes that I started and ended on. I'll go a little slower for you, okay? So go ahead and listen to me real quick.
Okay. D, E, C.
Okay, let's keep going. That's not a G. Yeah, exactly. So now I'm going to do another example. Okay, gotcha. So now what I'm going to ask is I'm going to play 4 notes in a row.
Okay.
I want you to, in your head, sing them.
Okay.
And then I want you to try to write them on the staff where they are.
Okay, best one I player.
Okay. All right.
G, B, C, E. G, C, D, E.
Are you maybe able to write them on the staff?
Yeah.
Could I see that?
Yes.
Do you want to try it for me?
No. No.
You don't want to try writing it on the staff?
No.
Why not?
Because
Okay, what note is that?
E.
Yeah, that is an E. Perfect. Really good. Okay, I'm going to play something that starts on E now. Let's just do this one note at a time. How about that?
Okay.
Will that make it easier for you?
Okay.
Perfect. So,
E,
actually, let me do something different.
G.
Okay, so can you write that G on the staff for me?
Yeah.
Nice. So let's just keep adding notes to this, okay?
Okay. E, G, E, G, A, G, A.
Yep. Could you write the A on the staff for me now? All right.
E, G, A, G.
All right. Now put that G on the staff for me.
E, G, A, G, A, G,
You think you
D.
can put that D on? Nice. Okay. Now, if I were to just put stems on them, we'll just play them all as quarter notes, okay? Play this back for me.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so look, this is a great way to get you to read music,
Okay.
is to use your ear first, then to let your ear show you where it's going to be on the staff. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so let's try another example. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Let's do it one note at a time.
Okay. F.
Okay, put that on the staff for me.
Hey guys, we are transitioning.
Perfect.
Sorry, it's time for our full ensemble now.
Okay.
How's it going?
Good.
That's going good. I think we're finding a great method for him to learn the staff.
Ooh, can you tell me about it?
Yeah, so one note at a time, I would play a note, he would sing it back to me and tell me what it is, and then he wrote this on the staff himself after.
Nice.
So he can hear it and identify what it is and then learn it. It seems like the ear is always going to be first, and if we could maybe try to get him to a point where he's essentially just singing what's on the page and then translating it to what his fingers are doing on the bass clarinet. I think that would be a good way to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that sound good to you, Jamal?
Yes.
Awesome. Nice work.
'Cause-
Citizenship there.